But normally I've been standing for the last 2.5 hours. How you doing?
Doing good today, Coach.
Doing good? Very good. Hello, Drew. How are you doing?
Good, how are
nice
you?
to see you.
Nice
Doing very
to
well,
see
thank you. Practice number 7 is in the books. Much warmer than it's been the first 6 practices coming out there today. Much warmer today. They went out there. I don't think we started with the same energy we have for the first 6 practices. We went for a long time on Saturday, went about 140 plays a team, and got a lot of good teamwork Saturday. And so I know they're sore right now and they're beat up, but that's where these are the days that you have to push through. As the practice went on, I thought it started to pick up a little bit, and finishing with the competition drills at the end always heats everything up a little bit. So they got a little bit more emotional at the end, but it was a good practice overall. I think we've just got to keep coming. We got to keep improving the depth, and talk with the team again about what I've talked with you all about. The depth charts will be formulated after Friday's scrimmage. At this point, we're rolling as 1s, 2s, and 3s, but right now there's no exact order, and there's a lot of guys that are competing for position. So somebody that may be running with the 1s may end up running with the 3s next Monday. That'll be determined on Friday. So just trying to make sure we get some good work this week and get them ready for the scrimmage on Friday.
Now, I know this is this your first official scrimmage, or you just had scrimmage situations for the last couple Saturdays?
Yeah, this will be the first. You get 3 scrimmage days where over half of your practice can be dedicated to scrimmages. Saturday we did a goal line scrimmage, we did a coming out scrimmage, we did some situation scrimmages on Saturday. This one coming up will be, a full scrimmage. This one, the practice will be, probably 100% of the practice will be committed to scrimmaging, where we've only done that in segment work a little bit to this point.
What does that entail? What are you doing? What are you doing on Friday exactly? How long is it going to be?
Well, we'll probably go in 8 to 10 play series, just so we can make sure that we mandate how many plays everybody gets, rather than doing just down and distance. It will be off the chains, first down, second down, third down, where we get a good opportunity to continue to develop where we are offensively and defensively and running our packages off the chains. But it'll also be so we can count the number of plays. So say all 3 defensive ends are going to get 35 plays, at the end of the day. So it will go by the number of plays to manage that, because the big one for this one is the evaluation scrimmage. We'll call some things just to get the ball in some people's hands. We'll call some plays to see, let's see what he can do with it in his hands. Let's see what he can do. Let's put him at the point of attack, etc. It'll be a personnel evaluation scrimmage, the first one, what we're going to do Friday. But we'll go a good number of plays, and obviously injuries always have a say in how many plays we have the opportunity to go.
With 7 practices in the books, almost to the midway point, where do you gauge yourself with the team right now?
I say this every spring. It's so hard to gauge. Is your offense doing well? Is your defense doing well? I would tell you, I would gauge we're a lot farther than where we've been in the past on both sides of the ball. Just as far as understanding the schemes and what we're doing. I think the leadership is far and away the best we've had since I've been here. I'm really excited about this senior class, and even some of the juniors that have been stepping up and doing some really good things. But I think the tempo of practice, the leadership, the attitude, and I think if you ask them, they'd say the same. They'd say the same thing. But it's been fun. I mean, I said this before. I love spring. There's no game plans. It's all about your players. It's interacting with them. It's working with them. It's joking around with them. It's dealing with their academics. It's dealing with social issues off the field. It's about their development. So I've always loved spring. It's my favorite time of year in coaching.
Out of the newcomers, who's really impressed you, and even some of the veteran guys, who's really impressed you this far?
Well, and again, right now it's not so much just who individually, because we're not really evaluating it that way. We're just trying to, okay, we got to work more on this. We're not doing this well enough at end. We're not doing this well enough at tackle. And I don't write down this is what Ryan Giddens needs to improve on, or Tevin Mims. I just write down this is what the ends need to work on. The new guys, I think Tevin Mims has been doing an excellent job. I think Fidel Montgomery and Josh Brown are making an impact in the secondary, and they're up there competing. Who would be winning right now? That'll be determined Friday, but they're definitely in the mix. I think Lawrence Martin is definitely a guy that's in the mix right now, and Chandler Matthews probably a little bit farther behind right now than Lawrence Martin and some of those other guys, but I certainly am not against him or down on him. He's just got a little bit farther to go right now, but I think those other 4 have an opportunity to make an immediate impact on this team. Now, whether that'll be as a starter or backup, I can't answer, but I think they both have a chance to be in the 2D. All 4 have a chance to be in the 2D.
What do you think is the biggest unsolved mystery on the team right now? The thing that's just not really played out, or it's yet to be seen?
Well, a backup quarterback, I mean, is that we'll probably go the distance. I mean, because we don't really do an evaluation. We only evaluate through the 3 scrimmages where we really grade. So I think all the work right now, I think there's a heck of a battle going on with Bobby and Matt, the backup quarterback. I think that's still unsettled. I think there's a lot of guys at running back that are really doing a good job with Willie Davis, with Lindsey Lamar, with Marcus Shaw, with Bradley Battles. I think a lot of those guys right now are in a, just to me, they're in a clump, you know, and we got to figure out who's going to come out of that. I look at, I mean, our secondary, the offside corner is still unsettled. I think we talked about the 2 junior college players, George Baker, Kenneth Durden. I think all those guys are kind of in a hat right now. We're going to see who's going to emerge out of that. And, I mean, probably the depth at linebacker, those guys need to continue. Those guys need to figure out, we need to figure out which of those redshirt guys are going to step up. I mean, there's still a lot of question marks on this football team. We're not where we need to be. We have a lot of question marks. The thing that excites me, we have some talent to answer those question marks. It's just how far along they are and how ready they are to play right now is what the question is going to be. But there's still a lot of question marks.
It's not really an anxiety thing. It's more just kind of who's going to step up.
Right. We need a corner. We've got 4 guys fighting for it. We need, you know, obviously Kayvon Webster has proven with the way that he's played that if he can continue to play at that level, he can be one. And now I look at it and I think we've got 4 guys fighting for that second spot, and I don't know which one it's going to be. That's why we got to let it play out Friday, and then Saturday, and then Saturday. We just got to let it play out. But I think between Durden, Baker, Montgomery, and Brown, they're all in it. They all have potential. They all have talent, and I could see any one of the 4 winning that spot right now. So I just don't know who's going to step up in clutch time.
Have you found any more information on Dennis Ensler? I know he hurt his ankle.
Yeah, I hurt his ankle and a slight sprain of the knee. Nothing surgical at this point. We're just going to have to wait and see how the swelling responds to treatment. But he'll be out at least a week to 10 days, I would think. I don't know if he'll be back the last week or not.
Is there anybody else that won't be available Friday?
No, I know Pork Chop just kind of lightly sprained his ankle, but I think he went back in today. No, I think really that's it right now from up until this point. I mean, then the usual guys that are out, but right now that's about it.
I see Verone has his boot off. Is there a timetable when he may?
No. I mean, and right now, I hate to say it, but there's a heck of a kicking competition going on, and it's a shame he got hurt. You know, he got hurt in the dorm, horsing around. It's a shame he got hurt because this was a golden opportunity for him in the spring. As I've talked about before, the fall is not the time to say, okay, let's have a lot of open competitions. You'd really like to come out of spring and say this is who won it. And I think we had a heck of a competition going on last fall because we didn't know who it was going to be. But right now, I think those guys are really doing a nice job. It's just a shame right now for Chris.
We had Terrence Mitchell in here a few days ago, just talking about coming back, getting back on the field, and I know, his collision was pretty frightening to see. What's it been like for you to kind of see him get back to this point, and how tentative are you, or is it just throw it out and let him play?
No, right now he's playing. I mean, we were extremely cautious with the injury in the fall. I mean, obviously when he was standing there knocked out on the sideline, I mean, it kind of put some seriousness to it. He was to the point where medically he was starting to clear a lot of the tests towards the end, but it was just such a severe concussion that we said we're going to err on the side of safety, and we're going to sit him down. But right now there's zero carryover from the concussion, and right now I feel very comfortable with him out there playing.
What about with the setback he's had, what about his progress, changing positions and the impact he could make?
Doing great. I mean, he's doing great. He's catching the ball extremely well as a punt returner. Year 1 was an event. When he'd stand back there and fair catch it, stand in one spot, and then dive at the last second to make the catch. Year 1 was an event. Year 2, he was doing much better early part of the year, but right now he's really catching the ball natural, and we've moved him to an inside receiver where we can utilize a little bit more of his speed, but he's a guy you're going to have to get the ball under his arms because he can make some things happen.
You had a lot of position coaches assistants change positions. Most important, you had a new DC. What's it been like now having a couple weeks of practice with him?
It's been great. I mean, I think Chris Kosh has done a phenomenal job with the defense, and I think talking to the linebackers, I think they're really excited and understand how much good he's doing for them. We're playing a lot of base defense, working fundamentals, just learning how to play the game, and I think right now that's it's a quality that we really need to continue to develop. He's doing a great job. Really been pleased with Jerome Pathon, with the wide receivers. I think he's jumped right into that room and done a nice job. And I believe the move with Peter, Larry, and Todd has been a home run. I mean, every one of them has really been a successful move. Every guy is jumping into it, embracing it. A lot of excitement and enthusiasm. Sometimes when you're at the same position, you end up, I don't want to say getting stale, but kind of doing the same thing over and over. Right now, those guys are, I mean, they're into something new, and it's creating a lot of excitement and energy out on the field.
Excellent. Thanks a lot.
Appreciate it.